Welcome to the show. In the build-up to an exciting Super 15 campaign, Q Sports will be profiling a number of the Highlanders who haven't seen much of the limelight yet. But this could well be their year. Tonight it's the turn of Turbo star Doug Tietjens.
Well, Doug, this is your life in 10 minutes, so let's start in Australia, where you were born. How did that come about? Were your parents over there working?
My mum's originally from Australia. And obviously she grew up there, and then my dad's from Waikato, and then he moved over there just obviously because New Zealand wasn't many opportunities, and just decided to give Australia a bit of a crack, and they met there, and then
How old were you when you left Australia?
I left there by myself when I was 17, so came over here, decided nothing was really happening with rugby over there because there's no super at that stage, and just decided to come over and give my hand, I suppose.
But you did play rugby over there?
Yeah, I played from when I was 7 until I left, which was 17, so 10 years. I played in a few state teams, like rep teams, and a couple of tournaments, and just keep chipping away really.
And always a flanker?
No, because I originally started playing AFL because of my mum, and then didn't like that because of a few restrictions in the way to play it, and then Dad decided I'd give rugby a crack and just enjoyed it, and I always played 2 years up, so I was always the smallest one, so I played halfback up until I was about 14, and then went into midfield backs, and then transitioned, only there for a couple of years, and then transitioned into flanker. So,
there's a front row beckoning, is it?
Nah,
You're heading that way?
No, there's been jokes about hooker, but no, I'll stay out of there.
Sure. The name Tietjens, of course, well known in New Zealand. What relation are you?
I found out that he's related through my dad, so he's my dad's cousin, so he'd be my second cousin. So.
Right, so it's not a close...
No, I never knew. First time I met him was he approached me when I went to a Tietjens tournament in Hong Kong, I think it was about 06, and just came and had a chat to me, and he said he'd be meant to catch up when I was at Palmy Boys, but just never really crossed paths, and good bugger, so yeah. Good
genes anyway, isn't it? Good rugby genes there.
Yeah, definitely. He's master of seven, so...
He hasn't slipped you in the squad?
Probably not fit enough, or I don't know, just didn't really take my chance a hand at seven, so...
All right, you get to New Zealand, so you went to Palmy Boys as a sixth form, or did you just to finish off?
Well, yeah, originally left school in Aussie and just worked for a year, and then decided to come back to school. Right. I didn't really want to work for the rest of my life, and thought the opportunity with rugby and stuff, because New Zealand's schooling system with rugby is pretty good. So.
Why Palmy?
That's a pretty good question. There was three. There was Rotorua Boys, Otago Boys, and Palmy Boys, and just because I knew one person there, so decided to move there.
So you looked for a rugby school?
But I wanted to complement it with education, because I thought I left school because I had a scholarship for rugby and didn't really focus on it, and education kind of went backdoor. But then when I decided to come back, I wanted to kind of have education as well as rugby, so focus on both. And Palmy Boys, they're pretty good at that. So
when you finished school, what did you do then?
Then I went to left school, did a year at Massey, and at that stage Manawatu was in second division, and so I thought, I wanted to probably play first division, so came down to Otago and went the academy, and then kind of had a couple bad years after the first year with an Achilles injury, and so then after that I kind of got back on the horse and was not really in the system, but was kind of on the fringe of the Otago, and then Manawatu with Dave Rennie offered me a contract, and decided to go back there since they were in first division, and it's been a pretty good experience up there with Dave.
Well, Doug, let's talk about that ITM Cup season. It was a great one for Manawatu, and just fell at the last hurdle.
Obviously we were pretty gutted as a team. We wanted to, obviously, we were pretty happy to have got there, and I suppose, you've got to lose one and win one, but in saying that, we reflected on the game and looked at it, and probably didn't deserve to. Full credit to Hawke's Bay, they play well, and even, I suppose we were pretty happy to get the support back of the community. I suppose that was probably a big thing for the boys after having so many pretty disappointing seasons. We owed the public, I suppose, in Manawatu and Palmerston North something a bit special. So
I love the bucket heads, they're great, aren't they? Aren't they a great bunch of supporters?
Yeah, it was pretty amazing running out and seeing like that sea of green with all the bucket heads there, and I suppose that blew me away in the final. Pretty special to be a part of that.
And you're contracted there beyond this season?
Yeah, I've got one more for this season, so working with Jason O'Halloran and Wesley Clark, so obviously a new coaching panel, but pretty exciting.
And you got the call from Jamie Joseph. Was that a surprise out of the blue, or did you hear some rumours?
Well, that probably came about 2 to 3 weeks before the final. Well, not the call, but the suggestion of it. And David talked to me and just said, there had been a possibility of another 7 position opening up. Obviously, all the other franchises have been locked in with the 7, so he told me to just keep playing, and he'd talk to Jamie and see. And obviously, Jamie wanted someone obviously to fill Orlando's position. So it was just all about just keep working hard for the next 3 weeks, and then he gave me a call. I think it was a week before the final, and I was pretty much over the moon. But
so it's you and Hards.
Yeah.
You're both similar build, aren't you? Roughly sized. You're the smaller, sort of more gristly type of flanker.
Yeah, it's pretty good for me. A lot of the 7s are getting taller, but I suppose it's good to get people like us still being able to play the game. Like as a forward, the height thing can probably go against you, but as a 7, I suppose you can. It's not too massive, too big a deal really.
So you've got to be excited about this opportunity.
I suppose it took me a good 5 to 6 weeks before it actually sunk in, and then still before we came to the camp, I still was, it hadn't really got through to me. But when I got down to the pre-season and then seeing all the faces, and then you get all your gear, and then you start the hard work, and it obviously sinks in then, and it's been pretty special experience.
And you know what you're coming to because you lived in Dunedin.
Yeah, definitely. Great people around here, and it's a good, they enjoy their rugby, and they get behind us, so pretty excited about that opportunity.
New stadium now since you left.
Yeah, I had the pleasure to play in that last year with Manawatu. Obviously we didn't have a good result, but hopefully we can change that with the Highlanders. And it was pretty their style of footy they played last year. I watched them quite a bit while I was away, and I was a big fan of their style of footy and what Jamie brought to the table.
Just tell us quickly about that Spain experience. What sort of rugby quality was that?
They're very passionate people, the Spanish. However, they're probably a little bit lacking technical aspect of the game. But in saying that, great bunch of people and good experience to go see another culture and see.
What club were you with?
Samboyana.
Right. And what sort of level would that be? Would it be like Club Rugby New Zealand, or would it be like sort of Heartland, or where would you place it in quality?
Well, some of the teams could probably compete in club level, probably not in the top 4, but once again, like, a lot of the simple things that we take for granted in New Zealand, like catch, pass, and a bit of vision and looking up and just tackling, that kind of stuff goes a bit missing over there. So
outside of rugby, what do you like to do?
Outside of rugby, just a few things. I suppose I'd love to travel. I like to get out and see a few things. Like obviously that was quite exciting going to Europe, and went to America and stuff. Other than that, what else do I like to get there? Probably a bit of surfing, but I suppose it's been lacking at this time. Had a few injuries, so I haven't been able to get out there. What else is there really? A few other things, hanging out with the boys, and obviously got a partner and a new kid on the way, so that obviously will keep me grounded and keep me quite busy.